welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Trying to get my heart rate monitor to appear. I've got the Bluetooth one there, but I want the Ant Plus one. But it looks like we might have to go with the Bluetooth one because it's close to the run now. So let's just do Bluetooth. Oh no, don't crash on me now. See, what's going on there? 0 BPM it says. I've got no heart rate. I am officially dead. This computer, for some reason recently, is being a little bit annoying. When I go into pairing mode, it's very, very dodgy. Right, away we go. Stage 3. Let's run at 10 kph. Nice and easy. Marcus Holmes says, here we go. Sarah Jacobson says, oh, I missed that. Right, loads of us here. I've seen Carol Rushworth is there as well. Amy Green is in the house. Clive Finnimore is there. Evening all, says Amanda Allison. Neil Messenger is there. Hi, Stephen. He says Yoko is there. Hello, good luck, she says. Tina says, have fun. I'm listening while struggling up the hills. Tina is in Mayfield. There are no hills on Mayfield, Tina. What is going on? Oh, she's doing the ZLDR speed session. Have they put some incline on the speed session? That's bad. That's naughty of them. John Farrell. Smiley face from John Farrell. Everyone is running for the hat. So welcome along to the PretzelFest Run Stage 3. So this is the final stage of our PretzelFest series, in which we get to wear the pretzel lederhosen kit, and today we get the hat. So that lovely hat that we've got there, when we finish this run, we will have access to that hat in game. So in theory, you could wear any other kit you like, but just stick the lederhosen hat on, which would look awesome. Angela says, greetings and good afternoon. Thank you very much. So it's just 5k. A nice way to ease myself back into the treadmill, or running at all, seeing as I've done absolutely no running yesterday, or the day before, or the day before that. Three days, I think, of no running. So, yeah, haven't done that for a while. But it's good. I am trying very hard to relax for a month. So I'm not doing very much running at all. Chilling out, just letting my body recover. Although I am doing a marathon at the weekend, I forgot about that. But other than that, I'm trying very hard. Neil says he's already done stage 3 yesterday. Well done, Neil. Well, Marcus, it wasn't really 3 days off. You see, I was at a running event. So I was working at the Backyard Ultra World Championships. So let me tell you about my weekend, because I'm sure you'll be all riveted to find out. So if you've heard of the Backyard Ultra, this is where runners run round a loop of 4.167 miles. 4.167 miles, and they do that loop on the hour every hour. So you have to finish the loop within 1 hour and then be ready to start the next loop on the hour. And you do that as many times as you possibly can, and then when you drop out, you have DNF'd and other people carry on. And the winner is the last person standing. Now, so this weekend, we've had an international event called the World Championships, team event, in which teams of runners from around the world took part in Backyard Ultra events, starting at exactly the same time. So everyone around the world, 37 different countries, started at exactly the same time. And the winning country is the country who accumulates the most number of loops. So the UK team, we finished yesterday lunchtime. The last person standing won with 47 loops, but you add up all the loops that everyone in the team has done, and we got to around 480 something loops before we finished. So we came home. The Backyard Ultra event is still going on, and there are 2 teams remaining, Australia and Belgium. The USA have just finished on about 800 and something loops altogether, and the winner of the US did 76 loops. Bear in mind, 24 loops is 100 miles. So 48 loops is 200 miles. So they've done 300 miles essentially, just more than 300 miles in the US team. And the Australian and Belgian teams... Oh, hang on, have Japan finished? Oh, I can't remember if Japan is still going. Anyway, I think there are 2 teams left, and they are still running. So there we are. Neil Messenger says he missed out on stage 1 of the PretzelFest Run, as did Victoria. Victoria didn't manage to do stage 1. Right, what's this we're reading about? Who's finishing tomorrow? Hang on, let me read this. Oh my god. Right, Clive has misunderstood. Clive, no, we're not doing it now. I don't want to do a backyard ultra now. Oh my god, I've started something bad. Now I'm going to be trapped. Got to run for 24 hours. Oh no. Clive says, I hope you've got your food and water ready. We finish running at 7 PM tomorrow night. Oh no. I didn't plan for this. I didn't ask for this. Nobody told me. 1 kilometre done. How many will we have done by 7 o'clock tomorrow night? Yoko says 76, well done. She says so great. Yes, that's the American team. 76 loops. But yeah, there'll be more. The Americans, mind you, the Americans can't be caught. So the Americans do have more yards accumulated than anyone else, because so there were 15 runners in each team, and those 15 runners, the Americans had about 15 runners for ages and ages, so they were able to accumulate a lot of loops. So they are actually going to win the international team championships, but they won't have the longest individual race. So the longest individual race is going to go to Australia, or I think it's Australia or Belgium. Let me just double check, hang on. Just have a quick look at the leaderboard, which is online, if anybody wants to have a look. Oh no, Australia have finished. Okay, it's Belgium and Japan. So Belgium and Japan are still going. Let me just reload the page. Marcus says, yay, America. Yeah, America will win. Right, so they're currently on 78 yards. Oh, yeah, I say yards. Right, I probably need to explain that as well, don't I? 78 loops, let's just say. Belgium and Japan. Belgium are in 3rd place. Australia are in 2nd. But Belgium are still running. And Belgium can actually catch Australia at the moment, because Belgium are only 2 loops behind Australia. Belgium are on 742 loops, and Australia are on 744. So Belgium will catch Australia in the next loop, because they will add 2 more loops on because of their 2 runners. So they will catch Australia if they can carry on for 1 or 2 more loops. Japan will not catch Belgium or Australia because they're a bit too far behind, unless they keep on going forever. But the United States, finished on 852 loops. So nobody's going to catch them unless Belgium can do another 50 loops, which is very, very unlikely because the world record is 90 loops. So only 13 more loops to get the world record, the individual world record that is, of 90 loops, which is in fact held by the Belgian guy who is running at the moment in the Belgian team. 2 Belgian guys, but one of them is the world record holder. We've done a mile. Somebody has already attempted to organise one on Zwift, Marcus. Yeah, somebody did organise one, but I don't know how many people did it. I didn't do it. Amy Green is considering a backyard ultra next March. Amy, why don't you do the one in Suffolk? Because that's not very far from you and we'll be there. So the Suffolk Backyard Ultra, that's the one we go to every year where I'm working, doing the social media. And it's not far from Nottingham. So why don't you enter that one? That's in June, is it? May or June next year? Carol Rushworth says, probably Jonathan says, anyhow, a more important topic was what was in your box. And I probably need to explain that as well. So if you've seen my latest video on the Film My Run channel, part of it was me going to the post office with a parcel. This is going to be far less interesting than you want it to be, by the way, guys. And yeah, I was basically sending something back to Amazon, and all it was a gimbal stabilizer for an iPhone. So I bought 2 to check which one I liked most. Was it just a prop for the video? So yes, it was just a gimbal stabilizer for an iPhone that I was sending back. Marcus says the shower scene was unnecessary. Yes, it absolutely was unnecessary. Yeah, but you all loved it though. Be assured it will never happen again. Sarah Jacobson says, did we though? Did we? No, not really. Adam Koffler says, I haven't watched that horror movie. Marcus says he's been playing it on a loop all day. Right, sorry. So the video that I released a couple of days ago, the one with the parcel in it, there was also a scene of me in the shower, if you want to go and watch that. Carol says, what is the grey pouch you always carry in all your races? It's the pouch for my camera. So when you see me filming, it's because I've taken the camera out of the pouch. I'm holding the grey pouch in my left hand and filming with the camera in my right hand. Then when I've finished filming, I turn the camera off and I put it back in its pouch to protect it and either carry it with me or put it back in my backpack. So yeah, the grey pouch is the cover for my camera. Amy Green says, it was a great video, Stephen. You did lots of good things over the summer. Thank you, Amy. Tina B says, I've not recovered from you in the shower. Neil says, I did the Film My Run 500 with Clive this morning too. It was a very good session. Yes, thank you very much to Clive Finnemore for taking over Film My Run 500 for me this morning. My wife and I had a romantic day off, basically. We walked along the seafront together. So my wife wasn't working today. So it was a lovely sunny day outside. So we went for a walk along the seafront. We had Black Forest Gatto cake at the cafe and coffee, and then walked back. And that was our morning. So we thought we deserved it after our busy weekend. I know we didn't do any Zwifting at the weekend, but we were very busy working at the Backyard Ultra. Hopefully I'll have a video of that up in the next few days. Sarah Jacobson says, is that why you ended up taking a shower the other day, just for the video? If you saw the video, I was running on the treadmill before that. So I was getting sweaty and hot whilst running on Zwift. So I always have a shower when I finish running on Zwift, and this time I thought I'd film it. Tina says, I've got a nice bathroom though. Clive Finnemore is scarred for life. Adam, you will have to watch it. It really isn't as scary as everyone's making out. Promise. It is. I'm fully aware that it is scary, but just, don't frighten Adam. Heather says, good evening everyone. She's in Amsterdam airport waiting for a flight after the Amsterdam Marathon on Sunday. We'll watch the FMR video after this. Thank you, Heather. Don't be frightened of the shower scene. Marcus says the bathroom was on point. Yeah, I made sure we tidied the bathroom before we let anyone in. Marcus, did you not go into the bathroom when you were here? Sarah Jacobson says, yes, I was quite jealous of that tub. Well, you'll find it amusing to know that the toilet doesn't actually work at the moment. No, the bath doesn't actually work because we've got a problem with the downpipe. So we can't actually have a bath at the moment because the water leaks all over the floor. So it might be a nice looking bath, but it's not functional in any way, shape or form at the moment. Rob Harrison says, I have parental controls on my YouTube, so won't be able to view. And Marcus says, I wasn't allowed to use the bathroom. I just held it in. I never said you couldn't use the bathroom. I never said that. I mean, you weren't allowed to. Obviously, you weren't allowed to use it, but I never said it. I probably just looked at you menacingly when you asked if you could use the bathroom. Tina Beard says she has the same bath as us and it actually works. We will get it fixed. Just haven't got round to it yet. Angela says, I thought the bathroom and shower scene was about to lead to a Halloween episode. It was my subtle don't sit on my lavatory look. Louis on YouTube. Hello, Louis. Says, hi, Stephen. Just did a walk in Chamonix. Very nice, great views. Also bought a new mountain bike and got a hot dog. Well, you are living the life, Louis. That is it right there. New mountain bike and a hot dog and great views in Chamonix. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. That is your best life right there. Nice to hear from you, Louis. Hope you're well. Look, we are 3 kilometres in to our 5k PretzelFest Run, stage 3. Right, Marcus didn't want to use the toilet because in our house when he came to visit, because he thought that the lavatory was connected to Wi-Fi, and he didn't want to mess up the data. So yeah, it's I'll tell you a story actually about my now hang on a minute, what relative is she to me? She's my brother's my brother-in-law's wife. So my brother-in-law's wife came to stay a few years ago, and she went upstairs to use the facilities, and a few moments later I got a notification on my phone that I weighed a certain amount. So my brother-in-law's wife had stood on our bathroom scales, and the bathroom scales thought that it was me and notified me of my current weight. So I told everyone in the room, and when she came back downstairs we all looked at her and she's just, what? Oh, it was hilarious. And so we eventually told her, and she was embarrassed. It was funny though. That must have happened to other people, surely. Let's just say she's never used the bathroom scales again. Clive says she was checking to see if she'd lost weight in the toilet visit. Oh, Paul Hayward, very good. Right, so going back to Marcus. Hang on a minute. So going back to what Marcus said about the toilet being connected, the lavatory being connected to Wi-Fi, Paul Hayward says, and this is very good, Paul Hayward says, not Wi-Fi, but it was connected to Bluetooth. It was connected to Bluetooth. Brilliant. I love it. That is very good. Marcus says, wait, isn't your brother-in-law your wife? No, isn't your brother-in-law's wife your sister? Oh yeah. Yeah, yes, you're right. Yes. Actually, yes. You may in fact be right, Marcus. Of course, she's my sister. How weird. Marcus says that was excellent, Paul. Clive's laughing. Yeah, very good. We like that, Paul. So that's my weekend. That's my weekend. That's my stories. Anyone else got any stories? We always love a good story. I've told all my stories and it's only taken me 3.7k to tell you all my stories. Right, now I'll tell you more about the Backyard Ultra. I don't know if any of you have paid to watch the documentary I made last year about the Backyard Ultra when the winners broke the world record. The Backyard Ultra world record has since been broken twice more since last year, since I made that documentary. But the guy who came second last year was the guy who won the British team event this year. So Matt Blackburn. So if you've come across Matt Blackburn before, he was what's known as the assist last year. He did 80 loops, and the world record holder at the time did 81 loops, John Stocker. But John had to retire early over this weekend through illness, so that left the way open for Matt Blackburn, and he did indeed go on to win, but it only took him 47 loops to win. 4 kilometres done of the PretzelFest Run, and for some reason I don't think my camera angles are working, are they, tonight? Well, they don't seem to be working. Clive Finnemore says, I broke my toe at the weekend. I think everyone else already knows. So is it painful, Clive? Are you all right? So tomorrow we're going to do Wednesday workout, and we'll be on at 5:30, and Victoria is going to run it as well. So Victoria will be on the Noble Pro treadmill. I'm going to be on the Techno Gym, and we will do Wednesday workout tomorrow. I'm still not sure. I don't think I'll be doing Group A. I'll probably do Group B with you guys. Although Marcus will do Group A, won't he? No doubt. Clive Finnemore kicked the kitchen cupboard in a rage after not completing the MHG lunchtime 5k in an acceptable time. Clive always likes to do a good time on the lunchtime 5k. He didn't manage it this time, so he was very annoyed, and he kicked this stupid kitchen cupboard and broke his toe. He says it only hurts if I bend it. Marcus says, Group A, baby. Yeah, I don't think I want to do Group A. Sarah Jacobson says, screams for Victoria. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We'll see if she behaves herself. We had a good day today. Really nice stroll along the seafront. Beautiful sunshine. Really nice quality time without stressing about working, stressing about the kids. Just chill out time with no need to worry about anything. Very nice. So yeah, we will quite happily do Wednesday workout tomorrow evening. Amy says might just do Group D tomorrow. Well, Amy, you need to chill out and relax for the Beachy Head Marathon. So Beachy Head Marathon on Saturday. Who does a marathon on a Saturday? Right, Sarah Jacobson says I'm going to do the Group B distance, but in Group C. Oh, Group C speeds. Okay. Keep it nice and steady, says Clive. Yeah, looking forward to Beachy Head, everyone. Can't wait. It's going to be really good. Sarah, have you booked your flight to come over for the Beachy Head Marathon this weekend, Saturday? So you need to be on a flight in a couple of days. You're more than welcome to stay at our place. Come and run the Beachy Head Marathon with us. Tina says, these hills are killing me. Well, you should have come and joined us here on this nice relaxed 5k. This is my start to the week. This is my running start to the week. I've done nothing yesterday and nothing all day today until now. Lazy. Sarah Jacobson says that's a terrible idea for so many reasons. Yeah, but you're going to do it, aren't you? So many what initially appear to be terrible ideas end up being the greatest thing that ever happened. Now, I'm not saying if you came over to visit us, that would be the greatest thing that ever happened, although it would be lovely. Sarah Jacobson says, if you weren't stuck in traffic, you could have run yesterday. Yeah, that is true, actually. We were planning on getting back, but the roads were absolutely terrible yesterday. We had protesters climbing the Queen Elizabeth Bridge in London. The bridge that we had to go over to get home was closed. So we had to go all the way round the motorway the other direction to get back home. And that was chock-a-block because so many other people had been diverted because protesters had climbed up onto the bridge high above the cars and were causing mayhem. So they closed the bridge and sent us all round the M25 the wrong way. We got home eventually, but we got home at about 7 o'clock. So too late, unfortunately, to get myself sorted for the evening community run. Amy Amy says, I might just come for the pizza on Friday. Is that okay? Amanda says, no getting out of it now, Amy. Clive says, I'm pretending not to see that comment. Yeah, I should have done. I should have not seen it. Amy, you know you're going to be fine. Victoria is not trained at all. She's just going to rock up and see if she can manage it. She'll be fine. You'll be fine. And we are at the end of the PretzelFest Run Stage 3. 5k in half an hour. Nice and easy, nice and relaxed. And we're done. So yes, looking forward. Amy and Amanda and Clive and whoever else, and Neil Messenger, John Farrell. I still don't know if John Farrell's definitely going to be there. Leo Loughran may not be there for the meal, but he's definitely going to be running. Plenty of other people are going to be there on Friday evening for our meal at Pizza Express in Eastbourne. If you are near Eastbourne, if you want to come along and say hello and freak out all the staff at Pizza Express, we will be there at 6 p.m. Pizza Express, 6 p.m. in Eastbourne on Friday evening, and then we will all be running the marathon on Saturday morning. So, yeah, thank you once again to Clive for looking after the Film My Run 500 live streaming and being in charge of the team for the Film My Run 500 this morning. Thank you very much. We will be back tomorrow with the Wednesday workout at 5:30 UK time, 6:30 Central European time, lunchtime if you're in the States. And then we'll be back again for the Film My Run 500 on Thursday morning. Bag That Badge starts again on Thursday evening at the beginning of November. So nothing planned for this Thursday evening, but we will be bringing Bag That Badge back for Thursday evenings starting from the beginning of November. Neil Messenger says he can't wait for the meal on Friday and the run on Saturday. Amy says, see you tomorrow. Darren Van Dit says, hope you had an enjoyable run, Stephen. Yeah, very good. Thank you, Darren. Nice start to the week, even though it's Tuesday. Darren, when are we doing? We were going to do a fast 10k, weren't we, at some point soon? Was it after Beachy Head Marathon? Well, it has to be after Beachy Head Marathon now. Let me know, Darren. We're going to organise a Zwift Elite Runners 10k at some point soon. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining us today on the Pretzel Run. Back tomorrow for Wednesday workout. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the conversation. Thanks for the chat on YouTube and Twitch. And well done if you did the run in game. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.